Hello everyone, hello, welcome to the Christmas special. Apologies, not quite as festive as I'd like, but we've got some music we can put on actually. Let's get that going, but hopefully it's not too loud. We'll see. But anyway, basically, yeah, so, been a bit, it's been a hectic day, let's put it that way. So I'm a bit late today, but managed to get here in the end. But I was hoping to get like a nice little Christmas picture up here and things like this. But long story short is, I had one from last year and I can't find it now. It's disappeared, it's run away. It's like a nice little, Christmas gift, what have you, or GIF if you want to say that. But there we go. Anyway, we're here. So it's Christmas special today. So quite looking forward to this one. Got lots of Christmassy products. Basically things that I was hoping to get reviewed before or after, or well, not after, but before Christmas and this, that and the other. But some things, I think, well, they're actually quite Christmassy. It'd be nice to do them all at once for a Christmas special. So I've kind of saved a few of them. So there we go. And yes, and Scotty's in Liverpool, he said. So just saying hi, he's in Liverpool, just popping his head in. I hope you're doing okay, Scotty. We're on a lovely day in Liverpool, whatever you're up to. And hi Skywalker, good to see you. Afternoon, just come just out to Sainsbury's. So any products in there? What have you seen, Skywalker? Anything nice? Anything nice? And hello Alan, good to see you. Yes, I'm not doing well. A bit flustered to be honest with you. A bit of a stressful day, but yes. Long story short is there's problems at work I had to sort out today, and just typically just before, so that's why I'm 45 minutes late basically. So it's been a hectic one. Thought I was already in this afternoon, but turned out I wasn't. But I've got plenty of stuff to get through. Lots of stuff actually. I've actually had so many that I've kind of partitioned it a bit. Might do like a gummy sweet special, maybe just an actual review of gummy sweets. I kind of was going to include gummy sweets in this one, but I thought, well, they're kind of, I don't know. They're quite similar, aren't they? They're different, but similar. So I thought there's not as much mileage. So I thought I might just do an actual video of those and do the live one. There's various chocolatey products. So here we are. So yes, how are you doing, Alan? Have you all set for Christmas? Oh, everyone got all the chocolate. What about you, Skywalker? Have all your chocolate ready? Yeah, what's the chocolate situation like as well? I mean, to be honest with you, I was tempted to get just a nice tub of something like Heroes or something like that for Christmas, but I thought I've got so much chocolate to wade through anyway. Yule logs and things, Goodness me. I've got enough chocolate now for Christmas. I didn't even bother buying anything. Well, that's not bad then. Good, well prepared then, really. Well prepared. Yes. Good to see you, Andrew. Good to see you as well. Taking several chocolates from work on Thursday. Goodness me. What was there? Anything nice? Well, the thing is, if you don't take them, the cleaners will just have them, won't they? So why not? Why not? Is the music okay, by the way? Not too loud or anything like that. I always get some festive music in place. Some festive Nintendo music. Seems like it's quite on the cusp of being not just Nintendo-y, but quite sort of, I don't know, there's some carols in there and things like that it seem like anyway. So, yeah, fair few things going on, fair few things. So I've got quite a lot of good selection here. Got some M&S stuff, got some Asda stuff coming in, some other, Lindt stuff, got all sorts going in actually. Got a double layer box of Black Magic. I need to get those reviewed again. You're a very big fan of Black Magic, aren't you, Andrew? But I don't blame you because it does sound very tasty. And I find the fact that it's dark chocolate as well really is so different nowadays. Everything is milk chocolate, isn't it? So it's nice to have a selection that's dark chocolate. Whatever gets gifted, no doubt, yeah. Not over keen on the music, I see. Do we need to swap it up, do we? Do we need to swap it up? It changes a bit. The thing is, it was 2 hours long, basically. These are like, this is from Animal Crossing, this one. So there is a lot of different songs in it, I don't know. Maybe I could swap it up. It was the last day in the office pre-Christmas and I was one of the last few to leave, so the Tubs of Roses, Quad Street, Heroes and Celebrations, you timed it just right then, Andrew, you timed it just right. Oh, let's see, not for you this one. Let's skip it forward one and see what happens, and see if it's still bad. If it's still, I couldn't listen to the whole thing, you see, basically, but there, I've skipped it forward a bit. What do you reckon? Not for you this one, yes. It could all be a bit, it's one of those, isn't it? But we'll see. I've got a few other ones down the line. We'll try another one if this still doesn't seem right. I've skipped the song anyway. But have a look, and then we'll do a different playlist if not. Some of the tubs were full, almost full by the end of the day. Goodness me, so you got loads of yes. Did you literally take the whole tubs, Andrew, or did you just, goodness me. Oh dear. Yeah, there's loads of songs. It's 2 hours worth of songs on this one, so hopefully some of them will be better than others. But do let me know. Let's see if it seems a bit... yeah, there's quite a few, so I'll say I've got quite a few different ones anyway. But let me know if the music seems to not clear up too well. But there we go. Alright, so let's see what we've got. Well, first of all, let's see, what should we start with? Let's get these out of these, these Santa... Yes. Santa Snacks Chocolate Cake Bars. I feel like I've probably reviewed something similar to these in the past, but I'm not sure. Individually wrapped, it says. Yes. What games have we been playing recently? I've Metroid Prime 4 played for a bit, although I've not played it for a week and a half. I've just been so busy. Basically, yeah, that's the latest one I've been playing. Yeah, is the gist of it. So just not having much time, that's the gist of it really. How about you, Skywalker? Anything special? I want to play. I've got so many games to play now as well. There's so many in the backlog as well. It's like this sweets, but I've got so many of them. I didn't take the tubs, just a few handfuls. Surprised there were so many left. Every school and workplace across the country has tubs of celebration roses. Must make so much money. Well, this is why they sell them so early as well, isn't it? So you'll hopefully eat them earlier, and then you have to buy them again, basically. That's what they do, you know. They're not, yeah. Ah, so what have we got here? What's this one about then? Sponge case with chocolate flavour cream, covered in milk chocolate. Milk chocolate 39%. What's we got? Anything else of interest? Yes, partially inverted sugar syrup, potassium sorbate. Alright, so there's the calories per 100 grams, 479 calories, 25.5 grams of fat, 13 of which are saturates. Per cake, 104 calories, 5.6 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. 5 in a pack. There we go, yes. Main Nintendo guy then. Well, not quite really. I'm usually was more of an Xbox one, but Nintendo are so distinct at the moment. You know, we've got such. Basically, there's Nintendo and everything else, isn't there? Really, for the most part. So yeah, it's one of those really. Yeah. Well, what about you? What's your favourite then? I do PC quite a lot, to be honest with you. Yes, you tried the Santa snacks. Good to see you, Lee. By the way, good to see you. What did you reckon to them? They're nice. So, what would you give them out of 5, Lee? What would you give them out of 5? I spotted actual Easter eggs, I assume, yeah. Goodness me, actual Easter eggs. Goodness me, I've seen cream eggs and stuff like that. Some Milky Bar ones. Kevin says full-size Easter eggs. Right, I'll say, goodness me, they're about as well, are they? Goodness me. I've not been in Poundland yet, maybe I should go in. 4 or 5, that's quite high. We'll say 4.5 then. I wonder if I'll give them that highly. Maybe, we'll see. Alright, so I've got another camera further down. What's these? There you go, down here as well. You can see them here, so you can see what I'm doing. Is music alright, everyone, by the way? What do you reckon? Have you been alright with the music so far? I think it's okay. Good to see you, Rick. Merry Christmas! Oh, thank you very much, Rick. Thank you very much. Yes, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everyone as well, by the way. This is the last live before Christmas now. Yeah, so goodness me, so, you know. Let's have a look. So we've got the usual thing going on here. We've got a bit of a gap. You know, you can kind of see it in there, if I'm moving along a bit, and there will be a gap later on. So it's always up on these ones in the cardboard box. You know, there you go, you can see all got the same design. It's a bit of a shame, it actually does slightly different designs, but it's not bad, that's a nice design. See the difference in the colour on the camera there, can't you really? You know. I'm hoping Terry's white chocolate orange Easter egg comes back this year, or next year. They should have brought the phone back for Christmas. Yeah, it's a shame, they had all the others, didn't they? It's a shame, it's a nice selection, you know. What's special about these cake bars, I wonder? I guess the Santa packet, yeah. Packet fused them with festive, this is it. It's probably more, yeah, exactly. I was MMO player. I used to be as well, actually, but I don't have the time anymore. For a long time, I played French MMORPG, massively multiplayer online RPG, for those who don't know, role-playing game. 15 years! We play Xbox these days. Not keen on the Switch consoles unless they're modded, yeah. I like the Switch, I must say, I like some specific Nintendo stuff. But I'm mainly PC and Xbox generally. Thanks for the late start. Only 2 AM where you are. Goodness me. Oh, sorry about that, Rick. Thanks for waiting up, though. Thank you very much. Yeah. Goodness me. It's just, yeah, one of those days today, unfortunately. One of those days. Goodness me. Yeah. Oh, but yes, one of those. But yeah, I used to play EverQuest back in the day. Skywalker. EverQuest. Star Wars Galaxy was my favourite as well. Yeah, I used to play all those back in the day. I used to spend so much time on them, but I just couldn't do it anymore. I struggle just to play normal games nowadays. Oh dear. Well, there we go. Here's what it looks like. There we go. We can see if we put this into the pack. See the gap at the top there. Look at that. It's the usual affair, you know. You know what I mean? There's so much space there, isn't there, for extra stuff. You imagine that times 5. Extra bar at least. Let's see which MMO are you playing? You ever heard of Dofus? I don't know. I've not heard of that one, I don't think. Does it stand for something that might be familiar with? But no, I haven't, no. Was it good? Let's say, yeah, EverQuest 1 and 2. Star Wars Galaxies. I never played World of Warcraft because that was too mainstream for me. I didn't really want to play that one. I like the idea of, you know, properly getting into it, but it took up so much time. Phantasy Star Online as well. What's this nonsense about Nintendo and Xbox? Let's go back to old school Sega Genesis. Mega Drive in the UK was the Genesis, Rick. Yeah. Amiga was the one I had when I was younger, though, the Amiga, Commodore Amiga. I guess Atari would be old school. I used to have an Atari as well, 2600, whatever it was, the one with the wood veneer. Yeah. I have a Quest. I see, I've heard of it. I can tell you when MMO play, yes, yeah. I used to enjoy it. I used to always enjoy being the random classes, like the ones that were more like the assist classes that couldn't really do anything on their own. And that's why I didn't like World of Warcraft, because they made it so, and they ruined everything really. They made it so all of them could like solo the game. I thought, the idea is to be in a group and stuff, and to really act your character and help out and stuff. And I didn't like the fact that they just made it so EverQuest and EverQuest 2 was affected by it. They made it so you could solo the game and stuff. And I don't know. I understand why they did that, but I don't know. Any Christmas plans? Just seeing relatives and things, Rick. Yeah, relatives. Yeah, so we've got nice plans. What's everyone doing? But yeah, relatives basically, stuff like that. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Yeah, turkey dinner, yes. Well, I tend to go for like the pigs in blankets, the chocolates and bacon and stuff. I'm not a massive turkey fan generally. I'm not a big meat person, but I like the rubbish meat, like let's say burgers and bacon and stuff like that. But yeah, what would it be like in Korea then, Rick? What would it be like? What's everyone's Christmas plans? Let me know. What's everyone's Christmas plans? Let's give this a measure. We've got the official cameras. We've got to do the measurements, haven't we? Yeah, there we go. Wouldn't be the channel if we didn't measure stuff. There we are. So, yeah, 7 centimeters there, 7.1. The width, roughly a bit lopsided. 3.4 maybe, and the height. Quite flat this one, I think you'd say. 2 centimeters. All right. Let's give it a chop as well. Let's chop it, see what it's like. Chop on the side so it doesn't scrunch. It looks pretty good, It looks quite nice. Doesn't like what it does on the front. Ooh, I think it might do look pretty good. Let's have a look. Not as a bit more. Hang on, I can't find a good angle to do it. There we are. I think that's not bad, It's a bit not quite yellow. I think that's pretty good. Proportions seem reasonably accurate. They usually can be very different, these, and that's probably the closest I've seen. So that's relative anyway. So that's pretty good. Not bad at all, that. All right, well, I guess maybe we could see what it tastes like. I guess I've heard the majority of them. Dofus was a great MMO, a turn-based MMO. You need a good brain to play, especially PvP. I really loved the whole game until they stopped caring about it. Yeah, they stuffed. Yeah, sometimes it's a shame when they fall out like that, isn't it? Really, but yeah, but I never heard of it before. Turn-based one as well. That's unusual. They're usually real time, aren't they? I guess it's about that time of year Easter stuff will start appearing. Well, this is it. Basically, yeah, Andrew was saying before there's already been Easter eggs in some shops, actual full Easter eggs. But yeah, there's the biscuit eggs, cream eggs. I've seen Rick as well. Metaphor to you as well, and I saw them. Yeah, goodness me. For Christmas cake bar, I'd go with ginger cake. I think it makes speculoos cream or something like that. That sounds quite nice. Yeah, it's ginger cake. That sounds quite interesting. I think for me, I always I think we were saying last week trifle. It's not really a cake, but, it's definitely one I kind of go for. I think mince pies, sort of cool, not warm mince pies, but cold ones. Right, let's give this a go. Lee said this was a 4 to a 5, 4.5 out of 5. I think Lee's rating of this one. Let's see. I'll say a bit of a. It's been the cake's been a bit cooked on the outside. I guess let's give it a go. It's not bad, It's quite a nice sponge, quite a soft sponge. I think cream's quite nice. It's quite don't know. It's not a bad one actually. I have to say the cream's quite it's quite a nice cake altogether. It reminds me a bit of the sort of spongy bits from French fancies, something like that. Yeah, it's quite nice actually. Obviously we have first cake syndrome. Seems quite nice. It's a typical one. It's a chocolate cream. It's quite typical, but yeah. It's not actually too bad, that one, It's not too bad. It hits the spot. It is exactly what you'd think it would be. Quite nice, quite a nice soft sponge though. Sometimes the sponge is quite dry. It's not. It's quite soft and quite nice actually. And the cream's quite nice. The chocolate's got a good crack to it. Overall, that's pretty good, that one. I don't know if I'd go at the top end like Lee was going for, to maybe 5 out of 5 almost, 4.5. But I think for me, it's a 3.5 or 4. It's festive. Should I give it the benefit of, say, a 4? I feel like it's quite, a typical cake bar though. It's quite nice, but I feel like I've tasted, quite a few like that. It's not going to blow your socks off, so it's probably a 3.5. It's more towards a 4 than a 3. I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5. But I think, it doesn't have anything spectacular in it, but it's certainly nice. So yeah, not bad. A good start, that one. Good start. Let's try and clear up as well while I'm going. So I've got a cloth to the side, so I can hopefully keep things clean. Fingers crossed. It's difficult though. Difficult. English-speaking community service merged with French, and obviously the French-speaking community is in just is just far too big. The language barrier was too much. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was playing Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast of all things. he had like shared service for Europe. So you'd have lots of Spanish stuff going on. I used to not understand what was going on, you know. But it was just like lots of error messages because of all the strange punctuation, you know, the upside down question marks and stuff, and you know, weird say yas and stuff like that rather than ha and stuff like that. So I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was just all loads of error messages and things. I didn't quite get it at the time. Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult that, isn't it? It's difficult that. Like, it's good. I mean, it's nice that there's like a French server and stuff like this, you know. But like you say, yeah, you can't. For an MMO, you know. I remember I remember we were playing, I think it was EverQuest 2 or something like that. Healer on dial-up. I remember that was the worst thing, you know, healer on dial-up modem. You know what I mean? That was problematic. The lag, you know. I do a candy cane cake bar with mint flavoured cream, red coloured cake and white chocolate around it. So I just designed cake bars, and why not? Yes, why not? I think this is it. They could be. You're right, though, Andrew. I think you hit the nail on the head there. If you're gonna, you know, you could really have something a lot more interesting, couldn't you? And this is what I mean. You see why? Well, as nice as that was, it's quite standard. You know what I mean? There's nothing standing out too much about it. So you say you could have all sorts of different colours going on, lots of things. I was watching some EPL, English Premier League. Yes, football before you came on, trying to find out what all the hula is about. Yeah, I'm not. I follow it, and I usually watch the highlights, but I don't know. It's not my sport of choice, football, I must say. But I follow it. I more follow sort of like the you know, the lower down teams now in the league underneath the Premier and a couple of others, because there's just some more of my local teams there. You know. I suppose I could have picked up French, more French, but I couldn't pick up. Well, yeah, I did a bit at school, but no, I couldn't. I think I don't know. Maybe Rick from Canada might know some French, but yeah. Oh dear, it's one of those. There's a team called Nottingham Forest. Isn't that Robin Hood's hometown? Yes, maybe not. No, I think it is. Well, yeah, Nottingham or Sherwood Forest. I'm sure it's near Nottingham. That's why they're called Nottingham Forest, basically. Yes, so it is. So you're right. That's basically why they've got that name. Yeah, Rick. Yeah. Yeah. So they were a big club back in the day. They won like the European Cup back in these, I think, 70s, 80s. They were used to be one of the best in Europe, but not for a while. And I'm keen on cake bars. They're too claggy. They can be a bit that way. This one wasn't bad. It was quite fluffy. I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't think this one would probably change one too much. The Skywalk. I don't think it would anyway. Well, yes. We'll get the other one out of the way first. Got another set of cake bars. Maybe these will change your mind. Snowy Yule-log bites, extremely chocolatey. It says from M&S. Gently shake the tub for festive snowy sugar dusting. Let's gently shake it. So I guess it's going to put all the icing all over them. So in fact, can you see the icing? I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, there's some icing in there. We shook it. Yeah, no, what? 20% French. You see, survival French. Well, that's all you need. That's all you need. If you ever get, parachute into France, you know, then yes, you'll be able to get by hopefully. M&S do good cake products. From memory of last year, the chocolate is pretty thick on these. Well, fingers crossed. I mean, they look pretty nice, don't they? Let's have a look. Let's see. What does it say? It says extremely chocolatey, so you'd hope so. We gently shake the tub. We've done that. Lots of shenanigans going on. Speaking of French, there's some French on here most likely. Petit roulé de genoise au chocolat avec une crème au beurre au chocolat. Recouvert de chocolat au lait et saupoudré de sucre glace. Glacé. There you go, that's my French. There you go. Excuse my French. There we are, yes. So chocolate sponge mini rolls with chocolate buttercream, covered in milk chocolate and dusted with icing sugar. Right, gently shake, we've done that, as I say. Serves approximately 16, so it should be 16 in there hopefully. 100 grams, 470 calories, 22.7 grams of fat, 13.8 of which are saturated, and it's 295 grams. For super vegetarians. There's ingredients: milk chocolate 49%. Dark chocolate, it's got dark chocolate in there, 2.5%, that's quite nice. That's all the stuff in there. Alright. 2 tub of pack, okay. So not bad. Quebec is the black sheep of Canada. Yeah, is that where it's all French there, Quebec, is it basically? Is that basically the sort of the France of, yeah. Or is it not really a thing anywhere else? As they do a known brand of knockoff Jaffa cake bars, but with milk chocolate instead of the dark chocolate on the McVitie's ones. They're good if you fancy a different cake. I've not seen those actually, I'll have to look out for them then. Remember knockoff cake bars? I've seen the Asda's knockoff, well, Jaffa cakes, and the mini ones they do, which are nice, but I didn't know they did cake bars. The Jaffa cake bars are really good actually. I do quite like the Jaffa cake bars, I must say. So there's not many cake bars that, but obviously the Jaffa cake is a cake, so I think they might be, possibly better than the actual Jaffa cakes themselves. It's a bit controversial. Alright. Okay, so we've, they've got a lot of dusting on there. I think the shaking has worked. Look at that. Unless they already like that, of course, but, I don't know. Yeah, very nice. Well, I think these have definitely, you know, I think they definitely hit the mark. I think they're pretty good. So we'll get the, yes, there we go, got it on there. So it says serve 16. Do I count this 16? Should we do it? Let's why not? Let's do it. I think we need to do it. It's also, I say, this powder's really good. It's really worked actually. Some of them are so nicely covered. I must say, well done on M&S on this one. We've 8 there. Yes, so it does have 16, so I won't take the rest out, but you can probably see here there is 8 left in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, so yeah. There we go. So yeah, not bad. Right, so there is 16 in there. Well done on the quantities right. Not bad. Good first impressions, I think you would definitely say. Andrew seems to remember these ones from last year, saying they're very nice. So let's give it a bit of a measure then. Say quite powdery. Gets in your nose. Don't fly a plane after handling these. That's for sure. You'll get questioned. I'll say fly a plane. Go and get board a plane. 3.9. Okay. I think that happened to a friend of mine. Yeah, 3.1, and then the height. But anyway, they had some food. My friend from Peru that you mentioned, 2.7, and it had loads of icing sugar on it or something like that. And basically, you know, they got stopped by you know, the airport control, airport security, basically, and you know, so had to prove what it was. Right, let's give it a bit of it feels quite dense. This, I must say, it does feel quite dense. Let's give it a bit of a chop. Okay, yes, there we go. So quite, it's quite a thick chocolate. You could see the. Not efforts, but you know, not very distinct on the inside. I think you'd say, look at that. But you know, not too bad. A thick chocolate on the outside for sure. Never going to look perfect like they do on the front, but they don't look too bad. I must say, so I'm quite happy with those. Is this chocolate? Yes, it is. Yes, it's like Thornton's. Yeah, basically, it's a bit like it's M&S's stuff. Lee, so yeah, quite a thick chocolate on this one. You probably would like these ones. I'll say M&S extremely chocolatey snowy Yule-log bites. Yeah. Too bad you couldn't read a Peru chocolate bar on a mountain with a camping knife. I know, goodness me. It was like live camping reviews. Oh dear, I did bring some Peruvian chocolate back. I've still got to review it actually, so still need to do it, Rick. Still need to do it. Hopefully I will do it at some point. Got so much in the backlog. Let's give this a go. This looks very nice. So I think this one might be for Lee as well. Let's give it a go. It is very chocolatey. Not bad, you know, quite sponge, I would say, perhaps nothing to I can't really taste the cream in the middle, like the one we just reviewed a second ago. You know, it did have a noticeable creamy centre. This one, can't really taste it. I'm sure if it wasn't there, you know, I'd be able to tell the difference, but it does feel like quite a dry centre. Thick chocolate on the outside though, which is good. It really is thick, but the centre lets it down a bit. I must say, I can't really taste the cream. Sponge doesn't seem to be that great. It's a bit of style over substance, this one, I think, you know. Bit of a shame that. Yeah, I think the other one's actually a bit better. How's the music, by the way, Skywalker, if you're still there, everyone? Does it music okay? Is it alright? Is it sounding too loud? Is it sounding good? Do you want to change the playlist? Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's Christmas soon. I can't listen to the whole thing, you see, unfortunately. I can't hear it now, because otherwise it would, you know, be on the microphone and stuff. No, I think these are quite disappointing, actually, these ones. Oh, way better. Maybe it's just a bad start. It's the same playlist. Skywalker. It's just, maybe just had a duff start, basically. I think it was Animal Crossing, what's it called? KC Slide or whatever. Is that, you know, that dog? I think that was the song that was on. Yeah, so good. I'm glad it's better. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for saying that, Skywalker. Well, these ones, you know what? Disappointing. 3 out of 5, I think. You know, just disappointing. Those ones. Just too dry a centre. Not really creamy enough. Yeah, the other ones were better. You know, the other ones were a lot better. Bit of a shame that. All right, now I had yes. Now Juliet in the comments. Let's see. Yes, I hope you're watching, Juliet. I mentioned this. We'll get through to these. Let's see if I can just tidy up a bit. As I say. Just because obviously over time all the chocolates and things will build up, so I need to maintain some decorum. Right, there we go. Okay. Try to. Mr. Juliet in the comments just mentioned about these caramelised biscuit truffles from Asda. So I said I'd see if I could do the review of them today. So I hope you're watching, Juliet. I hope Merry Christmas to you as well. Rich Belgium chocolate truffles coated in crunchy caramelised biscuit pieces. Look at that. Vegetarian, 160 grams. Warming and sweet, it says. Exceptional. Alright, well, we'll decide about that. But yes, all about taste. As there's an exceptional range, there was a truly indulgent taste experience with mouth-watering flavours and textures. We invite you to discover and savour every moment. Alright. I'm glad to see that you have no Santa's hat this year. I know, I can't find all the images, you know, basically. Yeah, no, honestly, I keep meaning to get a Santa's hat as well. And I just keep forgetting it. And I'm sure I've got someone somewhere and I can't find it. And I just keep forgetting and time just flies by so quickly. So maybe next year I'll try and get one. I did my image, didn't I, that time where I imaged it on my head. But I don't know where those images have gone. I had like a little Christmas thing up here as well, and I can't find it. So just unprepared this time, unfortunately, unprepared. And I was hoping to say, but I got too busy this afternoon, so that's why I'm so late. So, but there we go. You know what can you do? We've got the music at least. That's good. That's a new addition this year. All right. So caramelised biscuit truffles comes in a nice sort of, I guess you say, tissue box affair. Let's see if we can open this. I'm looking forward to these actually. Look at that. I expected them to be in a sort of like a bag or something. They're not. But there we go. Look a bit savoury, don't they? They don't look sweet. They do smell very. They smell quite cinnamony, which I guess you'd expect. Interesting. Like I said, I'm glad you aren't wearing it. Yes. No worries, thank you. Yes, honestly. Yeah. Well, it's one of those. I know. I mean, yeah. Maybe some things are for the best, but yes. But there we go. Got plenty. I don't know if I'll count all these ones. There's a bit of a dusting at the bottom as well. I can quite make out. So there's lots of. Inclined to enjoy. I don't know if I can see if I can show you on the other one, on the other camera. Let's have a look. Let's see. They do look a bit savoury, though. These. They look a bit like the sort of falafels or something, don't they? Yeah. Bit of a frame rate issue there. Not sure why. There we go. Can't handle the colour. Can't handle the texture or the colour. I will count these probably 4, 8, 12, 16, 16 in here. I don't know if you can kind of make out, look, you know, round table, because it's got a powder everywhere. But there's 16 in there. They do look a bit savoury, as I said. They do look like something like chicken nuggets or something. Yeah, there you go. Yes, yeah. Rick's just had the same thought. Yeah, chicken nuggets, they do, don't they? They do. I hope they don't taste like that. I hope they don't taste like that, but they do look like that. Alright, okay. As I say, we'll see what these are like. So give them a bit of a measure. Okay. What it's worth. Look at the back as well. I haven't looked at the back, have I yet? 3.1 in height. They're a bit knobbly and they're not all going to be uniform. 2.2. Alright, there we go. So we can look at the back as well. What the info is on the back. So got nothing too special going on. Milk chocolates with a coating with a cocoa truffle filling, covered in spiced biscuit pieces. Right, spice biscuit, not caramelised biscuit, but spice biscuit. Milk chocolate 25%. Spiced caramelised biscuit pieces 25%. So, right, so we're 50% down at the moment. Palm oil there, palm kernel oil. So 50% unaccounted for is the gist of it. I'm sure. I guess that's a truffle filling. I guess. Milk chocolate taste. Cocoa size 33% minimum. Milk size 40% minimum. Storage. Family love me. Get in touch and happy. Recycle. So that's 160 grams. The whole thing. So per 100 grams, 544 calories, 37 grams of fat, 30 of which are saturated. Goodness me, look at that. Fat to saturated fat ratio is pretty high. Per truffle, 54 grams, 3.7 grams of fat, 3 of which are saturates. So yeah, very saturated. By the way, I sent you a PayPal email. I sent you a few pounds. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I've not seen the email. I have to check actually. Yes, I haven't seen that. We'll check it. Usually I do get an email, but sometimes you know what it's like with these things. They sometimes go to like a spam folder or something. They shouldn't do it for PayPal though. Well, thank you very much, Ray. That's really nice. You haven't. I was just wondering if I can see. I can easily see the email. But thank you very much. That's very kind of you, Rick. I haven't seen it. Let's see. Yes. Ah, yes, I can see it. Yes. Was it just today? Oh, thank you very much. That's really nice of you, Rick. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Oh, really nice. Very kind. Very kind. Yes, there's a PayPal link in the description meant for everyone, and Rick's used that to donate to the channel. So thank you very much. That's really, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I haven't checked my emails this morning. That's why I didn't see it. So apologies for that, Rick. It's just been one of those days today. Usually Saturdays are. I get up and I'd go all over the place. I went to the shops, then got home, and then I had to do some work as well. And then and then I'm here basically. So yes, so thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Very kind of you. Oh, I've always been very kind with that, Rick. So thank you so much. Oh, it is great. Yeah, it's just been, One of years for time, I'm just getting so I find it so difficult these days. I just get so I don't know, just get so busy at the moment. I don't know what it is for time. I don't know if it's an age thing or just work getting more intense, or I don't know. I'm really struggling with time. I must say, I'm just really struggling these days. But so thank you very much, Rick. Thank you so much. Oh, that's very kind, as I say, really kind. Ah. I say thanks, yeah, thanks to Rick and the other members. We're really happy about the channel, as I say, by your continued support and I say donations. So thank you very much. Let's give us a bit of a chop, so it's like on the inside. Chocolate truffle. It's quite not a thick outside. I think you'd say. It looks like it's going to be quite thick, but it's really thin, isn't it? Actually. Don't know. Very thin. Maybe you want that. Maybe you want more of a truffle centre. I don't know. Yeah, I think I was expecting a bit of a thicker outside there, but let's see what it tastes like. That's the main thing, isn't it? Not bad, you know. It's quite very melted in mouth truffle. It's very typical truffle, as you would imagine. Nice crunchy bits on the outside. I feel like I'm trying to think. I feel like it's got crunchy bit. I think that's one of the bits that was missing with, you know, a lot of the, well, for me, the Biscoff cream egg. It just wasn't quite crunchy enough. This one does have more crunch. It might be, I don't know if it's better than that or not. It's hard to say, but it's that similar effect. It reminds me of them a bit. But it's a bit crunchier. But I feel like the biscuit could be a bit bigger, maybe a bit more crunchy. I feel like they're so micro, you know, they're so small really. But they're not, nonetheless, they are there. I feel like they maybe just could be slightly bigger. Or maybe the coating a bit thicker. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, you do get a lot of truffle, and usually that's the bit that they would scrimp on. So, you know, it's not too bad. The truffle does melt away in the mouth quite quickly. So you don't get a massive chocolate taste there, really. So it's a bit of a strange one. Not quite sure what to make of it. Not bad, but they're not blowing me away. I feel like there's something that needs to be changed, the proportions. Either the truffle needs to be thicker, maybe, but then it would still melt in the mouth. Maybe the coating just needs to be thicker. I feel like it just needs a thicker coating with bigger caramelised biscuit pieces, basically. Does Cadbury have any Christmas releases this year? Nothing out of the ordinary, to be honest with you, Rick. I think, let's see. The Biscoff cream egg is probably the main thing they've done this year that's new. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think that's the main thing. Biscoff cream egg, and they've done Biscoff bars that were released earlier in the year. The Biscoff cream. So basically, what it is Cadbury egg. Biscoff cream and some crunchy pieces in. It's not as good as I was hoping it to be. I think Alan was very disappointed with it. Some people quite like it, but I don't know. Not crunchy enough. This is more crunchy than that, and I have to say this isn't crunchy enough either. So yeah, so I think these ones, I think they just need to be. They need to have bigger pieces, bigger layer on the outside. I think bigger, more of a crunch. But it's not bad though. But it's a 3.5. I think I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5, just because of the fact that they've got a bit of a crunch there, and it's nice truffle. Not bad, but they just need to have better proportions, I think. So yeah, a bit of a shame that one. I feel like there's close, so close, but just not quite there. Let's give it a bit of a wash. So again, just get the knife clean, stuff like that. Get the plate clean. We need a couple of cloths maybe. I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll be alright. There we go. Yeah, so not bad though. Not too bad those. But yeah. But I think just needs to be more Biscoff on that one, I think. Or maybe the truffle itself should have been a Biscoff cream. I think if that was the case, I think that might have made it a 4 out of 5 for sure. And I say I think it was closer to a 3 than a 4 at the moment. Yeah, I would have said. Alright, not too bad though, all in all. Alright, so I've got another look at these. I got these as well today. Another truffle. Mini chocolate and orange truffle cakes. Mini chocolate and orange truffle cakes coated in chocolate flavoured vermicelli. What is vermicelli? I don't know what vermicelli is. Anyone know? Sounds like something interesting. Mini chocolates and orange flavoured truffle cakes coated in 20% chocolate flavoured vermicelli. Alright, so yes, palm coconut, 4% reduced cocoa powder. Something, lots of stuff there. Palm oil again, things like that. Danish as well, is it Danish? Yeah, DK. Must be a Danish company this. I guess, interesting. There's the calculation on the side. Usual place to put it, 140 grams for the whole thing. Dan cake, Danish cake. 100 grams, 386 calories, 13 grams of fat, 4.6 of which are saturates. So there we go. So they look quite interesting, these ones. I thought I'd give them a go. I think it's Italian pasta. I mean, it could be. I mean, let's hope not. I mean, It does sound a bit that way, though, doesn't it? I wonder what it actually is. Can we have a look? Vermicelli. What's vermicelli? What is vermicelli? Well, you're right. It's little worms. I think you're right. It is. There is a pasta called vermicelli, isn't it? Is that the same thing? Chocolate flavored vermicelli. Goodness me. I think it is. You're right. I think you're actually right. It is. Yeah. Yeah, there is a pasta called vermicelli. It can't be the same thing, surely. Chocolate flavored vermicelli. Well, it doesn't look to have any semblance to. Well, there you go. It's those little things, isn't it? All right. So those little. If you look close up, it says like hundreds and thousands, isn't it? That's like those little. Yes, that's what it is. All right. Must be a translation thing, maybe that. I don't think you wouldn't call that in the UK. You know. Yeah, as you say, because that's the pasta. So no, you know. All right. Okay. Let's let's give this an open then. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, Rick. You're right. Goodness me. Let's hope it really isn't pasta. Well, they're very dark. Look at that. They're really dark. You see, it's well. It smells quite nice actually. It's a very dark. I mean, I don't know if you can quite make out. Look at that. So the other camera's quite. They do feel quite soft. They're really dark. Look how dark those are. Goodness me. It says dark chocolate. It just says mini chocolate and orange. It doesn't say dark chocolate. Yeah, but it's dark in colour. I don't think it's actually dark. Huge dark chocolate. Mind you, having said all that, it's those like the vermicelli things, those little hundreds of thousands all condensed together to surround it. Interesting. Yeah, they look interesting, don't they? These certainly do. Certainly look very different. Let's give it a bit of a measure then. What it's worth. Hello, Joe. Good to see you, Joe. Merry Christmas. Happy Yule, everyone. Oh, thank you very much, Joe. Thank you. Great to see you. How's it going your end, Joe? Oh, yes. Merry Christmas to you as well. I don't know what's Merry Christmas in Portuguese. In Spanish, it's Feliz Navidad. But I don't know what it is in Portuguese. It might be similar, but different. 2.7. There. This one again. 2.7 again. Height. 2.3. 2.4 round up. Kind of like birthday cake spoons. Yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah, it's basically those, isn't it? Yeah, they don't want to call vermicelli in this case, though. But yes, yeah. Feliz Natal or Feliz Natal. Yes. Oh, yes. Well, Merry Christmas, Feliz Natal. Then, yeah. I guess it's a similar derivation as the Spanish one, but I knew it would be quite the same. Yes, Feliz Natal. Oh, well, Merry Christmas to you, Joe, as well. Oh, yes. Hope you have a good one. Sure, the weather will be nice. Let's give this a chop. It looks very soft. It's very soft. Wow, goodness me. Okay, and you can see we're getting quite a thin covering this one. I think it kind of goes with the territory because these are hundreds of thousands of things. These cake sprinkles, as we call them, which I guess is a good enough name. Because I can't think of a better one. Better than vermicelli anyway. But yes, we'll see if these are nice. But what's your plans for Christmas, Joe? And yes, and Alan, of course, and Rick, and everyone else. Skywalker's still about, and Andrew, of course, as well. Let's give it a go. So it's chocolate orange, this one as well. So, wow, very strange. It has like I feel like a consistency of maybe like a sort of very soft brownie. Eventually it'd be really nice if it had like sort of chocolate bits in this, but they do taste quite brownie-like. It's quite a thick truffle. Because it's kind of a chocolate orange taste there. There's hundreds of thousands. Cake sprinkles are a bit strange. It has a funny consistency as a result of it, but it's it's not bad. It's very cakey. It tastes quite nice, like a nice cake, almost like a fresh cake rather than a truffle. Interesting. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite have the rest of it to back it up. It's a bit of a funny one, but it's nice though. It's nice. Interesting. It's a strange one, that. Yeah. I feel like it is pretty nice, but I feel like it's kind of like a cake consistency, but it's not quite a cake experience. So it's a bit of a funny one. I feel like this is really good, but not quite in the right place for it. I don't know. But there's not really much of a chocolate orange taste. It's kind of there, and there's not really a dark chocolate taste, but it's kind of there. It's just a weird product actually, but it's very nice. It's not like a normal truffle. I'd say it's very cakey. tastes like a very soft cake. Like sort of imagine like a warm brownie, but not warm of course. But yeah, interesting. I feel like it's not quite one thing or another, and I feel like it's strange texture, but it tastes quite nice, but it's still a bit weird. And sometimes you get some of those sweets that just have a bit of a funny texture. This is kind of one of those. So I think it's probably about 4 out of 5 actually. I feel like it could be higher, but it's just a bit weird, you know. But it's nice, it's interesting, and I feel like that's the kind of brownie consistency I'd want for things trying to pretend to be brownies in other chocolatey products. But in this one, I don't know, because it's just a bit of a... feels like it should have other things with it as well to complete that brownie experience. Yeah. We're just setting up a new twinkly star topper on our tree. Are you familiar with twinkly lights? Well, I've seen them, I know they exist. But that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Wow. What's happening? Is there some problems? They look like brigadieros. Ah, yes, that was it. The fire. Was that the fire? The firemen. I think we spoke about this before, didn't we, Joe? Brigadeiros in Portuguese. Brigadeiros. Chocolate truffles or fudge balls. Yes. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Joe. It is the ones you told me about, didn't you? A few weeks back. Yeah, you're right. I remember we talked about this before. Yeah, it does look like those, didn't they? These are Danish, I think. But you're right, they do look exactly like that. So what Joe's mentioning is if we can kind of get the screen there. See if I can get it. I'm not sure. Brigadeiros. See if we can show this. There you go. So Brigadeiros here. Whoop. Not the one I wanted. Let's see. So if I can just show the images there. There you go. So yeah, they do look like those, don't they? Obviously they're a bit lighter. But yeah. But you're right, Joe, they do. It must be very heavily based on those. There you go. A Brigadeiros, they got like a truffle sensor, Joe. They actually a proper cake. National icon, it says there. Widely considered national icon and a staple of festive events and parties in Brazil. Rich, creamy, fudgy texture. They do sound quite nice, those. Yeah. Dan Cakes make some amazing cakes. Their iced lemon half moon cake is amazing. Years ago they made a chocolate cake with icing and sprinkles. Only I found in Morrison's. It was amazing, very fresh. Oh well, going by these I can imagine they do make pretty good cakes, because this is a very cakey truffle. They also do a rum version of these cake truffles, a rum one. I probably wouldn't like that because I'm not a big alcohol fan. But interesting. Might have to, you know, I didn't see any other ones back then. Well, to be honest, I wasn't looking too hard, but I didn't see anything. No issues, just wondering if you'd heard of them. Yeah, we just had a star topper delivered to match the trio of 800 lights. Goodness me, work beautiful. What do you reckon then to LED lights then, Skywalker? What do you think? I was watching some guy on YouTube basically saying that just not keen on the light that the LEDs give off compared to what they used to give back in the day when they weren't LEDs. And the way around it is to paint them or get like special bulbs that are painted, so the light underneath is white, but it's the colour on the bulb that gives them a different the different colour basically. So yeah, so it depends what you want, but I think apparently, you know, yeah, one of those. Back when I was younger, they weren't LEDs, of course, and the colours as well. Like some of the LED colours just don't quite replicate the colour the same. So of course, if you were brought up in the 80s or whatever, you might find they're not quite what you want. But you know, not from my experience, but that's what I'm saying. So it's just a complicated one. So yeah, it'd be interesting what you think about that. Maybe not even something you can even notice or yeah. But all right, let's. What else we got? A couple more things, obviously. Let's see, got these Lindt snowdrops as well. Look at this, Lindt snowdrops. These look very interesting, don't they? Yes. So you can see there, like a sort of milky truffle. What does it say? Chocolate snowdrops with a creamy double milk filling. Goodness me. Yeah. All right. Sounds very indulgent. Got the Lindt guys never touched chocolate in his life before because he'd be covered in it. Lindt and Sprungly, master chocolates, Swiss chocolates since 1845. Milk chocolate with a creamy double milk filling, 47%. Milk powder 18%, milk fat 10%, milk powder 3%. Cocoa solids 30% minimum, milk solids 14% minimum in the milk chocolate. So 70 gram bag and per 100 grams, we've got 583 calories, 39 grams of fat, 24 of which are saturates. There we go, yeah. Get such happy stuff like that. Quality guarantee. You can see, I mean, it's so empty, isn't it? You know, it's literally, you know, ridiculous. There's a lot of air as well in there. Smart LED lights, you can change them on the app. Yes, that's the thing, isn't it? You can change all the colours and stuff. It's just whether you think that it's whether well, basically, it's Some people, because don't like the LED, the LED, well, you know, the LED lights basically. They think they don't quite look the same. They don't give them the same thing. But, I mean, to me, I've not noticed it. I just wonder what you thought about it, whether it even matters. But yes, you could change them all. Funny, isn't it, though? Really, yeah. Just because LEDs are kind of there's some hues you can't do on LEDs, isn't there? Basically, like you can't make brown, for instance, in LEDs, can you? You know what I mean? And not that you want to, but like some hues you can't do. It's interesting with LEDs. But yeah. But to be honest, I quite like it's all, you know, back in the day. You lost one light and stuff like that. None of them would work, and it's like they're all, you know, it's all like rose tinted specs, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh dear. Lints, love these already. You need to try them. Yes, they look very special. They do. Oh, do prices decrease on the 25th onwards? Basically, yes. Depending on the product, of course. If it's very specifically Christmas ones, then they will do. They'll try and get rid of all the stuff. But if it's things that they can sell, you know, or they know will sell, there's a lot of things that kind of dual purpose, you know, Joey. You know, there's some things that will, you know, still continue to be sellable after Christmas. But yeah, certain things they will do, like a lot of the Christmas cakes and stuff like that. Alright, let's see what these are like then. We can open them. You can see how empty it is. Look at that, it's just so empty, isn't it? You know, not even, yeah, just ridiculous. But let's pour them out. So many we get. A few, let's have a look. So I've got, I don't know if you can see all these, they might roll all over the place, but we'll do our best. There's 10 there. So it's 14 basically. Let's, I don't know if you can quite make out. Was it 14? Yes, it's 14. Yeah. Alright, there we go. They look pretty nice, don't they? They look pretty good. We'll put them somewhere safe off to one side. Keep two out, why not? Give a bit of an open. They look very, what are they called again, these things? Snowdrops. Quite a nice name. I like the design of them, they look pretty good. Individually wrapped. Too round maybe, the snowdrops, I don't know, but I don't know if these are sort of like a rebranding of all things you do normally, I'm not sure. Hard to get the wrapper off. Oh dear. At least none of it stuck to the bar. Okay. Alright, so we've got that out of the way. Let's just give it a quick measure then. Again for what it's worth. Done. Okay. Alright. So we'll do it, it's got like a seam at 1.9, 2 centimetres roughly. And then where the seam is, 2 centimetres. So we'll chop it down the middle so there's a gap. You know what it's like, there often is with these things. You can kind of see it's a bit, one of those moons, isn't it? One of the moons of one of the planets that's got like a big ridge like that. I don't know which one it is. Is it Mimas? I think maybe, I'm not sure. There's a Death Star moon, and there's one with like a massive ridge. So you can find it. What's it called? Moon with moon with big ridge. Let's see. Aeropetus, I think it is. Is that right? Yes. Is it Aeropetus? Seems to suggest it is, although I'm not sure. I don't know if that's the one I was thinking. Yeah, maybe it is. Equatorial Ridge. Aeropetus. There you go. Yeah. So I can show you this. Show you my Bob Windows capture. See if we can find it. There you go. That's good. And just zoom it down a bit. There you go. You can see that sort of ridge there, at the bottom. So I think it's done by the gravity compressing it, you know, from Saturn or whatever it is. I think it's a Saturn moon. I think it is. Yes. So there we go. Yeah. Interesting. There we go. It looks like that. Basically, I didn't quite make it out. Let's see. There you go. There you are. Based on the moon of Saturn. There we go. Alright, there we are. Let's chop it down the middle then. Let's see. Ah, yes, I understand, Rob. I see what you mean now there. There's certain colours you cannot create like the old-fashioned ones. I'm sure they would also prefer being to change one. Well, this is it. To be like, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, Skywalker, I think you've got the best end of the deal there. I think it's like road tinted specs, isn't it? I think it's just that some people, you know what they're like. They want these things like they were when they were younger. Really, you know, as you say, the convenience and this, that, and the other. I'm not sure I would notice. And, yeah, I think there'd be a lot more better, reliable, cheaper, a lot more colours available. You know what I mean? And the colours you can't get, are they worth it? You know what I mean? And they're all, you know, yeah. So, all right, let's give it a chop down the sunset. Let's see. Right, so not bad. Got reasonable filling here. You can kind of make out the bottom one. Bit of a gappage going on, but not much of one. I think that's reasonable. There's a bit of a, see, there's some missing filling, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Ooh, just dropped it. Alright, let's give it a bit of a taste. Let's try half of one. It's got a milky cream filling base, hasn't it? What does it describe it as? Double milk filling? Double milk filling, yes, okay. Let's give it a go. It's like those typical Lindt chocolates you get around. You do some eggs and things like this, like mini eggs and things like that with this filling. It's pretty nice actually. Very creamy milk chocolate, but even creamier centre. And it works, you know, it's nice. Not bad at all actually. It's a bit, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's not bad at all that, I think. Quite a nice chocolate. It's quite a creamy filling. You know, it's a bit different than Lindor. It's I like these, the size of these. I think these are good size. You know, I think the mini Lindors, for instance, I think they're the right size. These ones are the right size. I think it's not too creamy and you get enough of the chocolate. So, not bad. 3.5 for 4. I think maybe, I don't know if I could quite give it a 4. Can I give it a 4? It's almost a 4, but I feel like a 3.5 is probably about right. I don't think they're going to blow your socks off, but I think they're pretty nice though. So yeah, they are nice. So I wouldn't, I recommend them, but you know, they kind of are what they are. Very nice then, not bad. Alright, so I think there's another one I was going to... Yes, let's try... let's do these ones next as well. Got these in the other range as well. You can see flaked Belgian chocolate truffles. Rich cocoa truffles covered in indulgent Belgian chocolate flakes. Alright, another Asda one. Exceptional range. All about taste, you say? Seen that before? Invite you to discover and savour every moment. Alright. Truly indulgent taste experience with mouth-watering flavours and textures. Here's the calories. So per 100 grams, 585 calories, 40 grams of fat, 31 of which are saturates. Per truffle, 58 calories, 4 grams of fat, 51 of which are saturates, 160 grams in total. Let's see. 50 calories, yeah, quite close. 54 calories on the Camel's biscuit ones they did before. Alright, so I saw these at the same time, thought I'll get these anyway. As well, I'll get these as well rather. 160 grams as I say. Milk chocolate 40%. Alright, anything else? Palm oil in there, palm fat. Milk chocolate contains cocoa solids 33% minimum, milk solids 40% minimum. Alright, so not bad. The Lindt Snowballs were in my advent calendar last year. What did you think, Andrew? Did you like them? One thing I haven't had of which I really liked was the Lindt reindeer, especially the thick chocolate on the ears. Best when dunked in a hot drink. Oh, that sounds very nice. I do think Lindt chocolate is good. I must say, I don't know if it'd be a 5 out of 5 or so. Maybe it would be, but it's still very satisfying. It's a good sort of creamy chocolate I like. As you know, some creamy chocolates I'm not a big fan of, but I think Lindt chocolate's not bad. Right, so it's sold in big box stores, big boxy stores. Yeah, basically they're like it's like supermarkets like Walmart and things. Asda is a bit like. Yeah, so basically, Joe, yes, they do their own stuff. They've probably got their own, you know, I don't know, some chocolate company will be providing them. Alright, let's have a look at that. Look very nice, like cornflake cakes, don't they, really? They smell very cocoa-y. Although they also smell a bit, don't know, hamster foody, so I'm not sure. But yeah, so not bad though. Let's see if I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely should take them out. If I take them all out, it's just going to get sort of chocolatey flakes everywhere. Maybe I'll have to. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So there's 16 in here. I think there was 16 in the other one as well. Yeah, so there we go. Alright. Give it let's get one out and give it a bit of a chop. Quite interesting. I'll get a bit closer to it as well. So it's like a little finger of, did you say it was a truffle? Yes, flaked Belgian chocolate truffle. So they might be quite similar to the other one, just with, let's say flaky chocolate on them. We'll see, but not looking too bad. It's weird, isn't it? I think there's usually truffles, you know, are quite kept quite safe, the truffle sense from the outside, where thick chocolate it is, but these ones, not really. 4.4 there. And the downside is a bit knobbly. 1.9. I think we did low, didn't we? 4.4. Alright, let's give it a chop. Looks like. Yeah, so it's quite similar to the other one, it's just a truffle They're kind of just chocolate flaked on the outside. So, you know, we'll see if the chocolate flaking is going to make or break this one, I think. It's like a chunk of mud. It does look a bit like that, Joe, I must say. You know, there's more appealing things, but yeah. But you like it, yes. It does look a bit like that, I must say. Hopefully it doesn't taste like it though, Joe. Let's find out. Let's give it a go. Very cocoa-y. I think again it's quite creamy. The truffle's quite creamy. You know, it's not. I think the cocoa. It's sort of like the chocolate coating. It's very. It's very kind of. I'll say cocoa-y, which is nice. Like cocoa powder, cocoa dusty. When the inside is very, very creamy though. Really, it's just a very creamy. So it's a bit sickly really. I'm not sure it quite suits the cocoa-y out on the outside. Do you watch Strictly Come Dancing, or in the US it was called Dancing with the Stars? I don't basically, Andrew. No, I don't really watch it. You know why? Is it the final today or something like that? I don't watch it basically. No, but I kind of hear about it. I know roughly what goes on sometimes. 33% cocoa is a good percentage for an own brand milk chocolate. Good point, Andrew. Good point. I missed that. Yes, it is really, isn't it? That's obviously it's quite. See, 32% minimum. It is actually, isn't it? It is pretty high. That you're right to notice, and it does taste quite cocoa-y, I must say. I think for me though, the problem is it's just a bit too creamy. Like again, I wish there was a bit more outer to inner in this one. For me, it is very cocoa-y though. It is quite rich. I must say, it is quite rich. Maybe too rich. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I'm not sure. Maybe they should be a bit smaller. These ones. I think it's like if they were little balls, they're like the size of those Lindor, the Lindt snowballs. What's that they're called? Is it snowballs? Snowdrops. I think they would be a bit better sized then. I think. So I think for me these ones, they're not bad though. They're quite rich. I think some people will really like these, but I think for me they're about a 3.5 out of 5. I think they're just a bit too rich and a bit too creamy at the same time. A bit of an odd combination, really. It's the final. I don't usually watch, but I've done this year. I think George will win. Who is it? Who's George? Who is it? I don't know. Is it the celebrity? Was that the dancer? The finalist tonight. He's not the best dancer of the 3 left, but he has lots of social media followers. Well, this is it. It can be a bit of a popularity contest, can't it? I don't know who he is. Who's George? George, who is it? I think 33 is the minimum level. I see. Goodness me. Joe's very particular. Yes, they usually you know, yeah, they usually, well, basically, well, you said, I say, well, sorry, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying, actually, Joey. It's the minimum, so it could be higher than that. Usually it is what it, I think when you say minimum, well, it could be higher, but I feel like it isn't, you know. I interpreted what you're saying as basically saying you think that it should be always higher than 33%, yeah. But I see what you're saying, Joey. Yeah. It could be though. I don't know why they say minimum. You know, I don't believe they go that much higher, but maybe they do in some cases. You know, I've never really thought about that. I've asked the question before, but yeah. But yeah, this is it. The social media one, was that sort of Angry Ginge, whatever it was that won I'm a Celebrity. Got a big following on social media and stuff like that. Could be a nice guy, of course, as well. I think they're more relevant, aren't they, as well? Like the celebrities that are not they're current people, whereas the other ones, the other celebrities, are all celebrities from the past, so they're not really relevant anymore. 30% cocoa is close to the minimum level in Europe and other countries, but in the UK, Cadbury Dairy Milk is only 20%. Cocoa and Galaxy is just a bit better, 25%. Very low, really. Yeah, that's probably why they're on the cusp of all these chocolate products now, not being able to be called chocolate, isn't it? It's probably why. So it's a bit of a shame, but I must admit they are nice. So you know, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know what to make of that. You know what I mean? The quality might not be great, but they do taste nice. So what do you do? You know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is really. Alright, let's just clean up this plate a bit. A couple left to go, just a couple. Let's see. Another Asda one, actually. I've had these ones for quite some time. But, yeah, I thought it sounded quite interesting. It's Brussels sprout choc truffle, so another truffle one. Probably quite the same, really. It's Brussels sprouts this time. Milk gluten, so this is like a gluten-free one. I think, well, unless it's got gluten in it, I'm not sure. Gluten milk, maybe it hasn't actually. Milk, egg, and gluten-free white chocolate flavoured truffle. It is free, actually. Oh yeah, it says free from there. Yes. I see these have been affected the taste. 80 grams. Okay. All the ingredients there. Spirulina concentrate. Doesn't have palm fat in there. So 400 grams, 587 calories, 23 grams of fat, 14 of which are saturates. And per quarter of a bag, 97 calories, 4.6 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. Right. Is there a weightage on here anywhere? So it's vegan on the side. Can't see a weightage on there. Oh, 80 grams. There we go. Yeah, vegan. All right. George Clark, he's a TikTok guy. All right, okay. He's on TikTok, etc. I don't think he's the best dancer. Yeah, with social media. Well, this is it. Yeah, this is it. You know, it is more about that, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really do all this TikTok and stuff. You know, all these people. I don't know who they are really half the time anymore. You know, it's just a typical old person thing to say, isn't it? It seems like here the minimum for milk chocolate is 25% and for dark is 35%. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Interesting. As Andrew said, it's probably about the same here, really. I kind of like my dark chocolate to be about 35% plus to about 60, I think, for the most part. That's my favourite sort of dark chocolate. You know, I think Cappy Bourneville's like 33 or something, isn't it, Andrew? Something like that. I do quite like it. But I do quite like it. You know. How do you like your dark chocolate, Joe? What's your dark chocolate? Yes. I'm Gen Z, but somehow I'd never heard of Angry Ginger or George Clark before these two shows. Maybe because my old phone broke in 2023 and I never re-downloaded TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it, really? You know, it might just be what you follow, really. If you're not really into whatever they do, you might just never stumble upon it, really. The rest is sugar and vegetable fat, I suppose. Yeah, this is it, Joe. I mean, to be honest, they're never going to be too good for you, these things, are they? It has to be said. Right, let's see what these are like then on the inside. Well, they do look like Brussels sprouts. Are Brussels sprouts a thing in Brazil, Joe? Like a typical Christmas food here, but no one really likes them. They're quite green, these, we'll say. They smell a bit like Brussels sprouts. I'm not sure about that smell. But, right. They look reasonably good, though, I think you'd say. They do look pretty good. There's 8 of them in the pack. What would it say per quarter of a pack, so for 2 of them, it's 97 calories, 4.6 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. Right. So I guess that's what they look like. They've got the look on one side, it seems not completely round, but they're flat bottom. If you add them together, they don't really come to look like a Brussels sprout, look like a sort of Kinder egg. Yep, and there we go. Right, let's give one a bit of a measure then. Zero is that. Alright, let's see. Okay, right. 1.9. Diameter. Oop. Someone at the door. I'll just have to go at the door. Won't be a second. 2.7. One moment, one moment. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. Just a postman at the door. Just yes, deliver some stuff. Ah dear. Okay, yes. I don't recall eating it ever. Yes, Brussels sprouts. Yeah, they're not very good. They're not my cup of tea. Some people really like them, but they're a bit of a stodgy vegetable, I think. I'm not too sure. You know, yeah. Vegan and gluten-free Brussels sprouts chocolate, certainly unique, I'd say. I don't know if the big brands are doing that, so that's onto something unique. Yeah, it's certainly something a bit different, isn't it? I don't know if it's nice different, but we'll find out. It says vegan. I'm sure there's nothing really other than the appearance Brussels sprouts about them. At 1.9 in height, there, as I say, in the diameter. Let's have a look, about 2.7. Right, let's give it a bit of a chop then. Don't know why these ones are vegan, the ones aren't. I'm not sure really, but we'll see. Well, you know what I mean. I don't know why they've done this specifically. Okay, well, quite a thick outer this time. So the other ones have been quite thin on the outside. These ones are quite thick. So I think that's been something I've wanted from the other ones. So that's not too bad. Yeah. My worry with these would be that vegan white chocolate can sometimes be questionable. Yes, in what way? Is it not very nice, or is something a bit odd about it? But yeah. I wonder if that's basically what it is. Did it say what it actually was? Did it describe it on the back? Yeah, it didn't really. Yeah, well, it's not chocolate, is it? I guess. Gluten-free white chocolate flavour truffles. It's white chocolate flavour, like you've said. So, yeah, we shall see. Let's give one a go anyway. Let's give it a taste. Let's find out. Yeah, it's not great. The truffle centre's not great. The outside part's quite normal. It's not terrible, but it's not really anything. It's quite powdery. You know, this sort of bit here. It does taste a bit like a fake white chocolate, I think, like you said. Yeah. It does taste a bit fake. What percentage of people you know eat vegan? Is that a thing in the UK these days? Yeah, there's quite a few vegan folk about, but I don't know if it's many people. You don't see too many of them, generally. But there are like vegan foods, vegan sections in the supermarkets. There are some vegan shops, so it's definitely a thing. But I know maybe one person who sort of is a vegan, but they're not quite. So I don't really know. Maybe two people, but they're not in the UK. So yeah, so interesting. Yeah, so I don't really know. What about you, Joe? Is it quite a thing? I know meat's quite a big thing in Brazil, isn't it? So maybe not. M&Ms do a vegan white chocolate, which unfortunately isn't very good. If I'm vegan or lactose intolerant, I think I'd go for low cocoa dark chocolate over vegan milk or white chocolate. I think you're right there, Andrew. I think that you hit the nail on the head there. It's not. These are not very nice. These, yeah, the sort of chocolate itself that's painted green or coloured green. It's very powdery, and the truffle centre is just a bit. It's quite. It just doesn't quite taste right. It's just a bit, it doesn't really have any sort of rich taste to it. It just tastes a bit artificial. It's just not very nice. Yeah, I'm not too keen on these ones, I don't think. I think they are vegan, this and the other, and that's probably why. I don't think they're quite a 2. I think they're probably 1.5 out of 5. They're just not very tasty. The chocolate itself is just a bit not very nice. They look good, but that's about it really, It's just a bit powdery, the chocolate, not very pleasant. And the chocolate itself is just not very pleasant either. It's a bit of a shame though, it's a bit of a shame. But yeah. But one of them I think, not too surprising I don't think. And speaking of M&S, we've got a couple to finish off on. A couple of M&S products here, I'll just clean the plate up a bit as best I can. Not overly easy now, it's getting a bit difficult, but we'll see how we do. Hopefully be alright. Have you tried Asda's knockoff Terry's chocolate orange popping candy soaps? I've got them basically, Andrew. I've not tried them yet. I was going to do them for this review actually, but I thought I might do a compare with Tony's exploding candy ones themselves, because they've got like it's popping candy in them. So I was going to do that I think, but I have got them. I was tempted to include them in this, but I think I'll probably do them in a separate review I think. Yeah, what do you think? Did they nice? Did they taste just the same? I imagine they taste quite similar. Yeah, I imagine they do. Alright, so we've got a couple more now, just 2 more to do. 2 more to do, let's see. Got the, M&S Milk Chocolate Bubbly Santa. So I might have reviewed this before, I'm not sure. We keep doing these all year, don't we? Yeah, there is a giant one you can get as well. 23 grams this one. Does it say, has it got anything, remove that. Will it focus in? A typical values per 100 grams, 547 calories when it says, 32.4 grams of fat, 90.7 of which are saturated. So there we go. So nice M&S chocolate sand. So we'll give this an open up here, I think. Why not? Quite a nice design. I quite like the way it's double-sided as well. Pretty good. Might chop it down the middle so there's a gap in the bubbliness. It's pretty good, as I say. 23 grams. We'll give a bit of a measure as well. Why not? As I say, we'll give it a chop down the centre. Let's give him a height measurement. Tall this centre. 4.7 if you round up. The width at the widest part from a front look on. About 3.7 if you round up again. And then the other width, roughly, at 3.3. Okay, maybe 3.4 if you round up, I think. Yes. Okay. Alright. You like this one, do you, Joe? You like this one? It does look good, doesn't it? It does look nice. I like the way it's, as I said, both sides are kind of separate. It's a good design. Stands up as well. It's a nice mould, actually. It's not symmetrical, which is good. It's pretty good. 105 gram bag of Terry's Choc Orange Popping End segments is £1.40 Asda, but the Roman one is 76p. It's half price, isn't it, pretty much, for a 120 gram bag. Quite a saving. I have them but not tried them yet. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Good point, that. Almost half the price. And you almost get double the amount as well. Yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it? Like you were saying the other day as well about whether it's got real or flavour chocolate in there. You know, like these days, all the main brands are losing that, but they could say maybe the supermarket owned brands might still have it. Goodness me, this is quite hard to get through. Can't chop through this. Goodness me, let's be careful. Okay, there we go. Well, we've half done it, but it's pretty solid actually. I was expecting it to be, like an aerated chocolate. I was expecting it to be two halves stuck together, but it looks like it's a middle just coated in chocolate, so that's quite good. So there's no middle section, even though there is a seam there. You have to like M&S chocolate to like this one, but luckily I do. That's substantial and relatively high cocoa. You can use it on the tree. In Europe, I suppose it's not going to melt. Well, this is it. We won't have any trouble with it melting in Europe, that's for sure, Joe. We could put it on a tree actually. It would look perfect. If you could hook it onto something for sure. But yeah, like Andrew says, probably one for like M&S chocolate. This one. Don't know if I do or not really. I think I don't dislike it, but I don't know. Don't think I love it or anything like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's give it a go. Nice aerated chocolate, as I say. Quite dry. It was nice though. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a nice chocolate. I would say it's dry. I mean, it's dry, but it's not creamy or anything like that. Which is a surprise. I was expecting to be a bit extra creamy on this one, but it's not bad. I think it's a decent chocolate, but I don't think it's blowing me away. The aerations are quite nice, but again, it perhaps adds to the dryness, the fact that it's quite aerated. I don't know. Interesting one, really. I expected it to be more creamy than that. I do still have some of the old style Christmas lights. They give a nice warm light, but they do get warm and sometimes the bulbs go out, which doesn't happen with LEDs. I have LEDs on my tree though. Yeah, this is it. The old style ones, there's something about them, but they're definitely, when you think back at any positives they have, there's lots of problems with them. I say if one of them goes out, all the ones break on the chain, don't they? Unless they're made a certain way, I think. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, this one's not bad. This one's quite a thick chocolate, as I say, quite substantial, I must say. But it's quite dry, though. I think that's the thing. It just seems a bit, I don't know. Milk chocolate, I'm not sure, but I quite like it. But it's not blowing me away. But it's nice, some nice aerations. Maybe a good 3.5 out of 5, I think. Not bad. Let's say maybe Andrew will give that higher rating. He's a big fan of M&S chocolates. Not too bad, not bad. All right, let's. Right, we've got the last one to do now. So another M&S one. In a similar vein. Let's see, just check I can clean the knife. No less clean anyway, yes. The last one for today. Done quite a lot really. Camel tree. This you could hang on a tree as well, Jow. Golden blonde it says. This is 25 grams. A white chocolate with caramelized sugar shell, Food with a salty caramel centre, 35%. Control calories, 400 grams. 28.6 grams of fat. 17.2 which are saturates. There we go. Switch vegetarians. Didn't we had a look on the underside of the one, did we? It's just the French stuff, I think. Maybe not. Right, yes, maybe, maybe I should have done that on the one, I don't know. We'll go back just in case. Okay, this is the Santa one. Switch vegetarians. I can't really see the... Oh yeah, a bit less ingredients there. Alright. Okay, so the cocoa size 30% minimum, milk chocolate's 20% minimum. And you've one, there we go. And of course this one doesn't even say anything like that, not sure. So we'll see. Focus is in. Okay. White chocolate contains milk size 32% minimum. Okay, there's the ingredients there. Palm oil in there as well. The M&Ms did palm oil, but looks like they do. Okay. Alright, let's give it a bit of an open then. Should be a nice one this, I think. Well, see, it's not, it's a bit flat actually, this one, unfortunately. It'd be nice if it wasn't, but it's a good design though. I think that's a nice looking tree. It does look nice, that, doesn't it? It's just a shame, there's some caramel coming through there, but it's just a shame it's flat on the back, unlike the other one. Maybe that's to do with it being caramel in there, I'm not sure. It feels quite heavy, I must say. Yes, sweetened condensed milk and golden syrup ingredients make me think this is a decent quality caramel. You don't usually get those in mainstream caramels. Yeah, that's one thing about M&S, isn't it? I think they will do a better quality in a lot of other places. Yeah. You know. Interesting one, really. Yeah, so yeah, fingers crossed, Andrew. Fingers crossed. The old Christmas light classics are very beautiful. Yeah, it's just something quite warming, isn't it, to think about those in the old days. Yeah. You're not a fan of the new LED style, Jow? I know some people aren't. I know some. I don't know whether they're just purists, but you know, interesting one. All right, let's give us a bit of a measure. That's the last one to today. Last one for Christmas. And that's me. Let's give it a bit of a measure length. Okay, it's about 5.4 in length. The width, a bit difficult. It's a bit wavy, so in between the waves, 3.6. Including the waves, so the peaks. 3.9. And height between the with the crests, 1.6. And in between, 1.4. All right, so quite excited for this one. I think I'll just bite this one. I think, well, maybe I'll just chop it. Let's give it a chop. We'll see how caramel-like it is. So quite a thick sort of chocolate and the surround, which is not bad, not a bad thing. You see quite a lot of caramel there. It's quite runny. I think it is. Oh yes, look at that, you can see it's just falling away. Goodness me, yes, look at that. Quite runny, not massively runny, but runny enough. Alright, let's give it a go. It smells very nice. It smells quite typical blonde chocolate, like quite sort of, I don't know, not quite a burnt smell, but you know what I mean. But let's give it a go, see how it tastes. Does it taste salty caramel? Let's see. For the soft caramel. Quite a sweet caramel, very sweet actually. Yeah. I think the blonde chocolate was quite, it feels like quite a sort, I wouldn't say it doesn't taste burnt, but it smells a bit, sort of, I don't know, it has that sort of smell to it. It's like the caramel itself is quite, as I say, it's quite, you know, if you think about how it's made, I guess. You know, I mean, what did it say it was made out of? Usually blonde chocolate's like just, it's a caramelized sugar shell with a salty caramel centre. Yeah, caramelized sugar. So yeah, that would explain the sort of the burnt sort of taste and smell to it. Not burnt, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it does overpower it a bit. Actually, I would say that sort of taste. It's nice, but I think the caramel itself is quite sweet as well. I don't know, it sort of seems to be quite runny. It's not quite thick and buttery like you would get, say, in Cadbury's caramel or something like that. Which I think I prefer. I feel like it's a bit, as I say, quite a sweet caramel. It's not bad, but it's not blowing me away. It's a bit, as I say, I think the caramelized white chocolate or the blonde chocolate, it's a bit too. I don't know. It just tastes a bit too much. I mean, it could be just a bit, as I say, like a burnt taste to it. It could be like, you know, as I say, And Kendra said it might be a sign of better quality ingredients and what have you, but I don't know. Just seems to be a bit of a, I don't know, I'm not sure if I like the combination of the caramel and the blonde chocolate. I don't think it works. I don't really taste salted caramel either. I'm sure it is salted caramel. It doesn't seem to, salted caramel doesn't really taste salted caramel to me. I don't know why. It just tastes a bit more burnt, and, you know, and again, that's like not burnt. Well, it is a burnt taste, I guess. I don't know. It just tastes a bit that way. Strange. I can't really describe it any other way. Have you ever tried M&S pineapple tarts? They're the sweetest thing ever, but very nice. I think they're a popular thing in Scotland, but M&S seems to be the only shop who sell them here. No, I haven't. I haven't tried those. I'm never normally a big fan of pineapple because I feel like I don't like the texture of pineapple, but I like the taste. Just like we have like pineapple flavour and other things. So yeah, well, they're very nice, are they, Andrew? Have you tried them? Sweetest things ever. Oh yeah, but very nice. Yes. Yeah, maybe I'll give them a go then. I've not seen them. I've not looked out for them either, so I might just walk past them. Maybe I'll try and review them for maybe in the new year. You never know. Are they like in the bakery section, or are they sort of in a box? Sounds quite interesting then. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I think this one, let's say, quite a thick chocolate. I feel like the chocolate itself, I don't know, it's just not quite blonde chocolate I like. I think it's just say just a bit too much of a burnt taste, and let's say the smell smells a bit that way as well. And the caramel again has a bit of that sort of burnt sort of taste of caramel. This is quite a thin caramel, so I don't know. It's not really for me, these ones. It's okay. It's probably a 2.5 for me, but I'll say a 3. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. 3 out of 5. But yeah, I don't know. Wasn't too keen on that one, to be honest with you. I feel like it could have been a bit nicer. I feel like the blonde chocolate could have been a bit nicer. I feel like the caramel could have been a bit nicer as well. So it probably really is more of a 2.5 out of 5. But I'll say 3 just because the chocolate's quite thick. And it's probably just my own personal preference there. But there we go. So yeah, interesting one. But I think that's it, guys. We've done all more now. Quite a lot of stuff reviewed there, I must say. Loads of stuff, actually, yeah. So, oh, goodness me, I've still got loads of bars, loads of gummy sweets, which I might try and do maybe a special, you know, external to the live, I think. But there we go. They're in a box of all the cakes. All the cakes. Oh, I see what you're saying, yes. Yeah. They're tarts filled with pineapple jam, patisserie creme, and topped with pineapple fondant. That's interesting. All right, yeah. So they do sound pretty tasty. I'll have to look at those in the box of all the cakes. Look out for them, Andrew. I will look out for them. They do. The problem with M&S is they do so much stuff. It's hard to just get one thing. Sometimes you go, oh, well, I'll do a special one. I'll do all these cakes together. You know, that's the, yeah. So difficult one, but I will look out for them. Pineapple. They do some nice cakes, I must say. There's lots of things that do appeal there. What do you think of the ingredients as well? Do you think a better quality M&S? I mean, some there's like palm oil and some of the other stuff. I don't know really. I don't know. I feel like I don't know whether the ingredients are better quality, or do you just do more of them, like the thicker and stuff like that, you know, thicker chocolate and things like this. I don't know. Maybe you assume the ingredients are better though, but I don't know. But there we go. Anyway, that's the end of it. So it's done quite a lot of good reviews there. I think the best things, I don't know, the interesting ones were those orange truffles here. They were quite interesting, a bit different. I'll say, I don't know I don't know if I thought they were great or not really, but they were definitely different. Didn't mind the cake bars as well, the Santa cake bars. I thought they were quite standard, but not bad. Yeah, I think, and the snowdrops as well from them were pretty good as well. Yeah, and I said, I didn't mind the chocolate Santa either. But yes, quite a few decent things there. There's some huge cockroaches this time of year here. Goodness me, have you guys ever seen one? No, I haven't. Goodness me, Joe, no. Thank goodness, no. But I hear they are quite prevalent in, yeah, I know my friend lives in Texas. He says they get these massive cockroaches that they can't even fit under a glass. So I'm really glad we don't see them. Yeah, goodness me. We're bad enough with house spiders here in the UK, Joe. I don't mind cockroaches. Goodness me. But no, luckily we don't have anything like that here. Yeah, thank goodness. Well, you know, at least touch wood anyway. Oh dear me. Yeah, crikey. Yeah, not what you want at Christmas time either, you know. Oh, but yes. But there we go, yeah, as I say, good set of reviews there, really nice. Good to see you all as well. I think that's pretty much the end of it for today. That's been very nice as well. I hope you all have a great Christmas, and yeah, Merry Christmas, Joe, or Feliz Natal, and Andrew as well, of course, Alan as well from before. And yes, and Scotty, of course, Skywalker also, and Rick's probably fell asleep now, but there we go. And anyone else is watching as well, and thank you very much, Juliet, as well, if you're watching, for the recommendation for the caramelised biscuit truffle. Let me know what you think of it, Juliet. Would you eat? Would you reckon to my review? Do you agree with it or not? And anyone else, of course, feel free to do so also. And yeah, and Lee, of course, as well. Lee Oxley from earlier on as well. Good to see you again, Lee. Great to see you still on the channel, really is. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Bob. Have a wonderful Christmas, everyone. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, yes. And M&S do some good chocolate assortments, usually more than variety milk trays, actually. Milk and dark and white. Currently still contains 2 slight and a dark lemon slice. Oh, yes. I'll have to look into that. You did mention it, Andrew. I'll try and remember that one. I'll have to try and remember that one. It does sound a nice one, actually. They do quite again. They do so many though, don't they? But I'll try and remember that to look out for it. Someone else mentioned. I think it was Shuri from last week about the well, the week ago before about the what they're called now. Liqueurs that they do as well. So I'm about to see about that also. Great to chat to you all. You too, Joe. Really is great to chat to you as well. Really is. Oh, I saw the first cockroach of my life this year in Spain. It was huge. Goodness me. Thank goodness I missed all those when I went there. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to. Some things we're definitely, things might change when the climate change and stuff. But for the moment, thank goodness we don't have to put up with things like that, at least on a day-to-day basis. Yes. They eat a lot of things. Goodness me. Well, I'll keep them out of my house, that's for sure. Yeah. All this chocolate, I don't want them getting anywhere near it. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh no, but thanks very much. I'm really things they shouldn't. Goodness me. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, they wouldn't be a pest, I guess, otherwise, Joe, would they? But yeah, really. Oh yeah. Well, if you ever want rid of them, Joe, come to the UK because they're not here so far anyway. But don't bring them with you, that's for sure. Oh. Right, so guys, thanks so much. It's been great to chat to you. It really has, honestly. Really has. Great to see you. Your PlayStation headset. Your PlayStation headset. Gracious me. Oh, yeah. Well, that's not good because good way of disposing of plastic, I guess, but not in the way you want. Well, keep all your treats clear of the cockroaches, Joe. That's for sure. And anything else as well that they might come after. Oh, goodness me, I don't envy you there, Joe, for sure. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Oh, thank you very much, Joe. You too. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Have a good one. And yes, and I'll see you probably. Maybe there'll be a New Year special. I don't know. I've not thought about it yet, but we'll see. But yes, happy Christmas, everyone. Have a great one. Have a good time with all your family, and yeah, take care. And I'll see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye for now. And all the best to you as well, Joe. All the best to you and everyone else as well, and all your family. Thanks very much for watching. All your support, massively appreciated. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.